Salut, how are you guys? Good to see you today. I want to talk about something that's very delicate. I actually have spoken about a lot of delicate things and I've sat back to say, should I really put it out there or should I put it back in? Because of people's perspectives, different perspectives. People think differently. People look at things just like six and nine written together. If you turn it, it still gives you 6, 9, and 9, 6. You know, your perspective is not the only surviving and possible or realist perspective. So entertain other people's ideas and you know what can I say? Today, I want to talk about family toxicity. Anything toxic is something that's poisonous. Just because we're born, all of us came in through channels. These channels are families. Before you become the family is the minutest part of a society. So all of us come from a family. We come from somewhere. We didn't just emerge. We didn't just drop from the sky. And so all of our childhood, all of us are in families. And we develop a kind of trust. This is the person that was feeding me. This is the person who was taking me to school. I grew up with this person. We ate from the same plate. So there's this kind of trust that behaves. That you should just naturally have because this is family. This is family. But sometimes as we grow older, we begin to, sometimes even as we grow older, even medically, they'll talk about sibling rivalry when another child has been born. How does the other child grapple with the presence of another child? Is the child entertaining? Is the child welcoming? Some children rebel outrightly. Some children fall sick. Some children resist. Some children cry that there's another child to share the emotion. Some children just can't handle it. While there are those who are gay and happy, laughing with glee and all of that. It's the same thing, as those tendencies are when they are small. Sometimes people grow and you see that there's so much toxicity. Some people feel so much heat from the family that is supposed to protect them, love them, and keep them. Sometimes outsiders even have access to you from your family through your family members. They let you off in the worst ways that you can imagine. Even the Bible talks about several times where brothers have betrayed brother. The Bible has given us instances here and there. Not just the Bible, or the books have told us this. Family toxicity is real. Sometimes you go all out, you want to break your back for family, and the only thing family sometimes knows how to do is to keep taking from you. Sometimes there's no limit. Sometimes it is an entitlement because you're a family member. I've seen people break down. I've seen people lose their cool. I've seen people become so because of family. Don't get me wrong. I'm only talking about this because it's supposed to be an unusual situation. I'm supposed to be talking about family protecting, loving, enabling your well-being, being there for you. That is what I want to talk about. But family, I'm talking of it as your family. I'm talking of sometimes you find out some very heated sibling rivalry. If you're watching me and you nurse any hatred or you nurse any kind of rivalry or you nurse any kind of thing with your family, I think you should communicate and talk to yourselves about it. You need to put it to a stop. If you as family will not be good with yourselves, is it outsiders? And of course, yes, some outsiders have become family to people. But I just don't want to talk about, I don't want to focus on outsiders who have become family. I want to focus on family members, those related by blood, who have become sworn enemies. The progress of your family member is a problem to you, is a pain to you. Why is that? You've got to expunge all of that. Stop seeing your family members as your competition. Be thankful. Be thankful that there's somebody who is glowing and lighting up the candle in your family. It's not time to pull down in the family. Where would people really rest if the family is not a place of succor? Please, let's look critically into it. That's why in one of my recordings, in one of my conversations, I said it, teach your children to love themselves, to protect themselves. There are layers in a family. The immediate family where you have your siblings, where you share the same parent. The extended family where you don't have uncles and aunties. If you have people at that layer breathing down on you, the siblings, if you don't build yourself together as a forte, so how are you going to survive all of this? So two things I have said. One, Toxicity exists in families. Yes, toxicity, serious one. This is not the recording that will establish that. You already know it. You hear the stories. It happens everywhere, every day. My question is why? Don't just let loose. I know you're in a family, but protect yourself from anything that's going to drain you. You know, sometimes at the back of your head, you're like, this is family. So, but if you think there's a need to, please protect yourself. Because you know what's going to happen when you go down? We'll either sympathize with you or have a candlelight session, and that's it. Protect yourself. Toxicity comes in different forms from different channels, including family, the very place that you're supposed to get solace. Protect yourselves. You don't have to be loud and noisy about it, but protect yourselves. Au revoir.